just finished an interview with Alexander Marshall, so that will be going out tonight, tomorrow, I think. And I would, people. I'm looking around social media. I have to keep putting this on because somebody keeps ripping my videos off. So what I'm trying to do here is the last video I did. He's obviously very techy because he managed to cover this up, this handwritten sign with subtitles. Like a big strip of white with subtitles on. Obviously, he's better at this than me. But it's not his work, is it? But what gets me is I'm just looking around the internet and, the media, they're trying to drive you into being excited about what's going on. And, with the election, what's the big deal? We know where we're heading. We're going to hell. We're going down the helter-skelter to hell. It's just that the Tories will give you a map. Starmer, he's already told the world he'd rather do business with Davos. What's in Davos? It ain't me and you, is it? No, it's big corporations. So the little man's going to get squeezed again, especially the self-employed. So I'm hoping for a hung parliament. And people normally don't like a hung parliament, do they? Because you can't get anything done. Because you can't pass legislation. Does that not sound like a bit of a good idea, considering the legislation we've had passed? I mean, I can't help feeling that if they can't pass legislation, it can't get much worse then, can it? Because they can't change anything. Because they can't get it through, because nobody's going to vote for it. I just think, I think all Western politics have been infiltrated by globalists, and even the Tory party. I mean, it's on its knees. They haven't got a clue how far they've slipped. I speak to local people who are in the Tory party. Well, actually, they're not anymore. And, one of my friends, her son's a councillor. People who are staying in are only staying in the hopes that they can actually change it at some point. So I don't see this as some big deal. I think it'll be a really low turnout because nobody's interested in them. Because the people that are going to be elected are not there because they want to make a difference. They're there because they want to be an MP. They're there for themselves. I don't see many people who are doing that job in Parliament because they want to make a difference to us. They're not there for that reason at all. They're there for themselves. They're career politicians. They study it in university, then leave university, get a job as a spad or an aide, and then go and be a politician. I mean, that lad might be a nice enough lad in Selby who won the by-election. He doesn't own a house, he isn't married, he's got no kids, he's not got a mortgage. How the hell can he advise on how to run a country? He's too young. He's too young. And they voted him in to run everybody's life in that area. So I understand it. And I think what should be on the ballot paper as a box, not just something that we have to do. There should be an option on the ballot paper that says none of the above. And when that amount of people gets high enough to none of the above, then that should call for a recount or a new section of candidates. It should have a value. More than it does now, it just gets counted up as a number. And they're not bothered. They're not bothered if it's a low turnout because they're going to get in anyway, whoever they are. So what you've got to do is, it's abysmal. It's absolutely abysmal because I don't see anybody stood before me that I want to help run this country. Not a single one. Not Starmer, not Rishi. They're educated duffers.